Yo, yo, yo.
What up, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's good though?
The podcast in shambles
What's
right
new
now. I
on the
can't
crowd? Hey,
lie.
man, I'm out the loop. Let me tell you something. I'm completely out the loop on like crumb side. Like
Mm-hmm.
somebody, you know what? I get tagged here and there. Like
Yeah.
people told me, like I don't know, maybe like a month ago. They were like, "Hey, man, you heard about Bond?" And I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't keep in touch with any of them." Then they were talking about recently. Somebody hit me up and was talking about Jack moving 8 again. I'm like, "What?
Mm-hmm.
Is this for real? Like, is this 19 fucking what fucking 2017, 2015, whatever the fuck?
Hey
Shit,
man. Hard8
take a
still
road
got
trip."
Hard8 still got former weapon on superstar in his bio. It's been like 7 years.
Oh yeah. Well, you know that ain't some things. The more they change, the more they stay the same. Man, he still got that. You know, he ain't never going. I think he hates BG more than like anybody, man. So that probably that probably ain't gonna go nowhere, man. Until they, meet up and hash it out or something. So you
Yeah,
know,
man.
but me, man, I don't know, man. I don't have no problems with nobody. At least I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think.
yeah.
I left. I left on good terms thanks to you, everybody who saw it, and even like the crumb side. Like there's some people that I didn't even get along with that actually hit me up. Was like, yeah, that was dope. Like all that shit you said was true. It was a
Yeah, yeah,
lot of
yeah.
haters too, but most of the haters were like, damn, you know what? But like Ravish was right. They didn't like they were like they were like, hey, Ravish was kind of right, but but whatever. I've heard stories here and there, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't really trip. You know what I mean? It's like, that shit is over with. So turn the page on that chapter. Yeah,
Yeah,
what's good
yeah,
with you
yeah.
though? What's new?
This whole getting this podcast today was a complete disaster. So I'm gonna tell you what happened. So
Okay,
few people in the community I don't really like too much, right? They don't like me either.
right,
They were kind of separated groups of people though, right? But now they teamed up, right?
right.
But not only
Oh
did they
shit!
team up, then they teamed up and decided to pull up to any given Sunday.
What? Quit playing.
I'm dead serious. And then so they was all dissing me on, including Hard8 on any
What?
given Sunday this past week. Hard been sending little shots on the episodes. I've been ignoring them, right? I'm like, this time I'm not gonna ignore it.
What?
But I'm like, I don't think
Wait,
it's
wait.
worth.
So Captain Planet pussies came together on HES and
Avengers
they
assembled.
they
Avengers
pussies was
assembled. Dick Riding assembled. Dick Riding Avengers assembled.
the Avengers.
This shit
Wait. You
crazy.
gotta wait. Hold on. Wait. But you gotta tell me who are these people though?
You wouldn't recognize the names. That's the thing. It's a bunch of irrelevant
Okay.
people. You know how any given Sunday is. Anyone who up there. But the names are
Oh, you know what, man? I haven't.
Red Peg, Larry,
Okay.
Alex, and then some other people I'm not familiar with.
Okay. I know who. I think I know who Larry is. I think right. That's the one that was with Mocha, right?
hmm
Okay. I know that brother. Yeah. So I kind of listened to some. You know what I mean? Like I really stopped listening when what's his name? Code passed away. I
hmm
would kind of catch it here and there. You know, I'm not a hater, but yeah, I
hmm
would kind of catch. Depends on what the topic was and stuff. But yeah, so they all came together and got at you, huh? That's wow. Hmm.
Someone sends it to me. I'm like, yo, this is man crazy, man random. But I'm like, okay, but
Well,
I'm not gonna address it in a video, but I might address it in a podcast. Cool.
right,
I made
right.
one episode
Okay.
of this podcast. I just wanted to see, if I could do it, kind of thing, and that was gonna be it. People was asking for a
Oh,
second
okay.
episode, so I was like, cool. I can do a second episode, address it there real quick. But then I
You,
got,
you know,
go on.
yeah. No, you good. You good. I didn't mean to cut you
But
off. Go
then
ahead.
I was just gonna say, I decided rather than do it in the podcast, have everyone here and do it. I was like, I'll make it its own separate, like, kind of intro because I didn't want people to think, I'm jumping off the porch with Hard8 because you're here, and I didn't want to drag the other podcast members into it. So I was like, I do it separately, right? So I do it separately,
Right.
record my thing, I send it to Blaze. This other guy, E-Rock,
Oh,
asked to see it. I'm like, you're just gonna leak it if I send it to you? Like, no. I send it to him, he leaks it. So I go to sleep not knowing he
what?
leaked it. I wake up, mentions going crazy, and my co-host Low, right? He wake up to his
Yeah.
mentions. They talking about fuck Low. So Low's like, yo, what
Hey
did I
man,
do? What did I do?
that's crazy. The crump side is still alive and thriving, huh?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely. So
Okay,
so
so I'm
then,
not. You know what's funny? A lot of people that are on that podcast, I guess, like some of them actually follow me.
mm,
Yeah, like his homeboy Jay. and then the other one, there was like a white. I don't know if he's white or black, but there was a guy named Jeremy. And I guess that
Mm-hmm.
like they would. For I don't got I ain't got no problem with none of them or whatever. I've been misquoted here and there. I've heard, and people still, of course, they gonna hate me because I'm the boogeyman. But my thing, like, I ain't even mad at Hard 8. No, like, I already, I got my money back. You know what I mean? I charged you to his deceased. Well, I put the money that people don't know he owed me money, right? But I
Oh
put it on
man,
my
that seems
corporate
to be a
card.
theme.
Yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
seems to be a
yeah,
theme.
yeah. He borrows money a lot, right? No, but what I did is I put it on my corporate card.
Mm-hmm.
So to get the money back, I need a charge back. But what I did, so I blamed it. He has a sister who's deceased, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in order for me to dispute and say it was fraud, I need to I need to, file the actual complaint. Like, I got to take out a
Mm-hmm.
police report, which I don't do. But what
Mm-hmm.
I did is I said that the party that charged it was deceased, his sister, and they
Mm-hmm.
refunded the money. Yeah,
Yes,
so I looked
sir.
at everything, his girlfriend, Stephanie, everything. Like, I know everything about the dude, so it was easy to get my money back. But yeah, long story short, like, I ain't got no beef with the dude. I
How
mean,
much was it?
he's in his. Oh, it was like $5.
Jeez.
Yeah, $5. Yeah. He's definitely, look. He's the only, I know he likes to talk about Jack move, and I'm not here to like throw dirt on the nigga, but he ain't doing no better than Jack. Like, so tell Jack to take him up on the offer. I guess I guess I saw like some of that shit. I had to go listen to it, and he was talking about like turn on cameras and shit. Hey, Jack Move should take him up on it. I promise you, this nigga, yeah, like a nigga who's trading in TVs and video games, like you ain't living like that, man.
Oh
He's
man.
basically selling shit to get shit. Like, I mean, how much? Oh, you pushing 40 and you still talking about
He's
video
not
games for
pushing.
five
Here's
hours?
the
Like,
thing. He's not pushing 40 anymore. He's 42 this month.
is he for? Damn, really?
Someone sent me his ID. Someone sent me his ID. His birthday on the
Damn.
16th.
So yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, that dude. Yeah, man. So he's, I mean, I guess he didn't realize like the crumb side had a ceiling, but and Weapon Will. Let's be real. Weapon Will and like that other podcast. Remember the Black Hokage? I call him
Mm-hmm.
the Black
Mm-hmm.
Hokage. He's a bitch. The Black,
That's true.
whatever his
That's
name
facts.
is, that
That's
little short
facts.
fat nigga.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
Modern War, House Negro. So
Come
that
on, bro.
was
Come
the
on.
ceiling. Like no real shit. I mean, I'll be in my bag talking shit. That's what I do. But no, let's be real. Weapon Will, beef or no beef, that was the crumb side ceiling. Like you were supposed to be able to do that. Now, had I stayed with AGS and it like what would I have wanted it to be or what direction I was going, it would have been more than just a gaming podcast. And he didn't want that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Hey man, you trying to make me compromise?" I'm like, "Man, just make a cheat fucking video, nigga. You know how to make Jailhouse spread. You only been in jail for fucking damn near a decade. Like, take your skill set and utilize it, you bum."
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't want. Yeah, he didn't want to do that. And the other guys too. I heard little rumblings that Drew was the ringleader. Nah, actually Drew wasn't. Drew was just a bum who was using his mental instability. Like Candace saw right through. Oh boy, but he didn't orchestrate everything. I'm the one who walked away and took every. Was like, hey, I'm dipping. Y'all could, you want to do this? Let's do this the right way. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And the only person I'm cool with out of that whole batch, I'm definitely cool. I left on good terms with Candace, uh, Melon, and definitely Cycle. And I'll say Dark Cloud, although I'm not really going to get into Dark Cloud did some things that 8 don't even really, I'm not going to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was one of the things I'm like, hey, old boy, he tells me one thing, but he kind of moves differently. But I'll say this. Dark Cloud is like a real dude in real life, though. Like he's a family man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's not a bum. He really does go to work and do, he does real shit. He may do some funny shit or questionable things on YouTube or whatever, but as far as who he was in the real life, I could respect that. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but Hard 8, the reason why I really flipped on Hard 8 is because Hard 8 basically was two-faced. Like he told me some shit about Dark Cloud that I didn't ask him about and didn't know. But I
Mm.
was like, damn, Dark Cloud got this nigga a job. So like
Yeah.
if by the way, Dark Cloud got Hard 8 a job, and Hard 8 got fired because he never went to work. Yeah, that's fact.
I never
But
knew the
anyway,
second part. I never knew the second part.
and so Dark Cloud got him a job, and he told me all this dirt on DC. I'm like, dog, if he could flip like that on a nigga
Shiesty.
who
That's
got him a job,
shiesty.
yeah, right. I'm no exception. He's always talking about niggas backbiting this and that. I'm like, man, this nigga is hella shady. So I got ready to make that. That's when I was like, the snake came out. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely, he ain't snaking me. I'm a snake. Snake's gonna get snaked. Like I'm gonna leave before this nigga. Because I already saw how he's moving and shit. He's two-faced, or he gets mad. He had the audacity to be mad at Dark Cloud on a Weapon Will after hour thing. The nigga who got him a job in real life. Like, nigga, grow the fuck up, man. Right? Yeah, I'm a ghost, but actually I'm part of. Well, I'll reveal this to you later. I'm working on a YouTube channel. It's kind of like Meat
Yes,
Canyon,
sir.
and right now we at 30K. We already lapped his Trump side accomplishments, and yeah, I'm a ghost though, and I'm glad that nobody on the Trump side knows about like what I got going and shit. So it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of yeah, it's kind of once we get up to like maybe 100, 150. Once we get to like 100 and 150K, then I'll reveal like to some people, like you,
Mm-hmm.
Stank Ma, like real ones that I fuck with. Like, okay, this
Yeah.
is what I'm doing, and I don't go by ravishing and none of that bullshit. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man, that's pretty much what I got going. But yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that they united the Crump
So
Side Avengers.
yeah, man, you hate to see it.
Yeah, now
That's
I'm just
bad, man.
chilling and healing, man. That's pretty much it, man. I'm still doing my thing though. I don't wake up and go to 9 to 5s or I mean, I don't depend on YouTube money or nothing like that. Like I'm just kind of doing my thing and having fun. Like, don't get me wrong, the shit is entertaining. It's definitely fun. I'm not trying to be like, oh, if you do YouTube, you're a bum. Nah, fuck nah. This nigga's getting paid. Like now I saw like some of these other channels, like what they do. I'm like, damn, like they getting that kind of
Mm.
so now, if you could do it, it's definitely worth it. But as far as that whole dog, let me just be real. Like I remember when I first came to YouTube, and it was like these sneakerheads, like guys talking about shoes,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
I was like, okay, I'm considered. I mean, I got pretty much every fucking J from like 1 to fucking whatever, 15, whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was cool, but then it got kind of cool. What happened was there was these beefs,
Yo,
and it
that's what I was
was
gonna
it was
say. The
real.
beef started getting crazy. I saw
Yeah, the
someone pull out a
beefs was
Draco.
getting like
I was like, oh, come on,
yeah, you
come
had
on.
niggas like Dribbles, another dude, some bum named INTG Kicks. You had Zaya, J Star 25. Like niggas started really flipping on niggas and shit. I'm like, yo, these niggas are grown ass men, like beefing with each other over some shoes, like tasting shit.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
shit was
yeah.
funny to me, right? So I left that shit alone. And sure enough, it went like the biggest, one of the biggest guys was a guy named J Star. And like now his channel's a ghost town, straight up. Now there's other guys that came out of there that are talking about shoes and they're doing well, but
Mm-hmm.
it's totally different. Like that was really the crump side of like the shoe game, right? And
Mm-hmm.
I just used to casually listen to the podcast here and there. It was cool, but then I was like, yeah, these niggas is too old to be acting like that. I kept it moving. So then I was like, okay, the video game thing, which it's not really a hobby. I mean, unless they come out with another Red Dead or GTA 6, I don't play any video games. I do too much in my life to really like, I actually like going out. I do like other comedy clubs, karaoke, fucking bitches. So shout out to Bond and his mids. But yeah, man, I get like, the baddies and I like to live a little bit. So yeah, video game thing, that ain't my thing. And really wasn't a gamer like that.
Mm-hmm.
I used to like Bell and Matt. I tell you, when we got on GTA, I mollywopped everybody. But if we was on like Call of Duty, I was like the most garbage ass nigga.
Mm.
So whatever I was into when I played, the only game I think the last game I beat was what was the Japanese game? The samurai game, Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that and yeah, I think yeah. So that was the last one I beat, and I went damn. I wanted to get the game after you beat it, the harder level after that. I never got to touch that after I beat it, but yeah, man, it was yeah either that or Red Dead. I beat Red Dead like 3 times already. That story was immaculate,
Red
and
Dead
every
2?
time I played it, I was like Red Dead 2. Yeah, every time I played that game, Red Dead 2, I would like come across like some new shit. And it was like, what the fuck? Yeah, so that game had me hooked. But yeah, other than that, man, these niggas be playing games and talking about games all day. I see you been hit by Twitter sometime. Like, it's cool. I fuck with, J Main. A lot of dudes talk about the game, game stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just kind of that ain't really my thing, man. There's a lot more going on in the world, and I think that's what happened to the Crump side.
Mm-hmm.
To pivot back to what I was saying about the shoe shit. It's like, hey, these grown men are kind of Xbox and PSO. The only thing is that is it's a wider demographic of people than, of course, that shoe shit, right?
Yeah.
So like more people are playing games and collecting fucking Jordans across the world or whatever. I don't even wear Jordans no more. I wear them on like a weekend. If I'm going to like, a theme park or going to the movies, I'll throw my J's on. But other than that, I don't even wear them shits no more.
I'm the
So,
same. I'm the same.
yeah, same thing with the game thing. Like, hey, dog, it has a ceiling, homie. Like niggas is grown up. Like niggas who started listening to eight, like 20 years ago when he first started on YouTube, like them dudes is already they aged out, man. Like just do
Yeah.
something else, homie. Your shit is over. You had a good run. You had a good run. You borrowed a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You did. You got a job. You got fired. You know what I'm saying? You live with your girl. Like you did good, man. You had a good one, man. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but now I don't really want to go at, you know what I mean? Because like I
Mhm.
said, man, I'm kind of over the whole. We didn't end things on good terms. And I remember Code actually got at me one time, was like, "Hey, what you think about like squashing the beef?" I'm like, "Hey, he ain't never gonna talk. He ain't man enough to actually get in a chat with me. I promise you. Like he won't. He's a
Mhm.
bitch. Like and he knows. See, he'll do it with BG." Because he has that kind of, like the other niggas he beef with or whatever, he knows, you know what I mean? But with me, it ain't the same deal. Like he knows what's up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
And here's the
it ain't
thing
gonna be
too.
that.
Here's the thing too. So that whole stream where they assembled and was talking about me, I didn't see it till the next day, and he streamed for five. The AGS was 5 hours, right? And then he ended it, and he
Yeah.
went live right after to this Jack move. It was a whole stream, and the stream got
What?
unlisted, right? The stream got privated, right? And apparently, it was talking
Okay.
about people were tagging me, wake up, wake up. Keep in mind, it's like 5 a.m. my time, so I didn't see any of it.
Wake up.
They like,
The
wake up, he
fuck?
talking about you in the podcast, whatever. You come in here, come in here. So I wake up to all these mentions, right? And then
Right.
the stream private by the time I wake up. And
Uh.
my sources, what people told me is Jack joined the call, and Jack roasted him so bad he had to take the video down. And his excuse
Oh
was
shit.
he don't want to
So
put that
wait,
kind of
Jack
drama on the
hopped in
channel.
with him.
Yeah, and they was
Wait,
going
so
back and
Jack
forth.
hopped in the call with him.
They was going back and
Oh
forth,
shit.
and everyone that watched it told me Hard8 got cooked. And now Hard8
Oh
saying that the
shit.
stream is down because people only show up for drama. He's not on that type of time no more. But it's not. I kind of
Oh
believe
yeah.
that. I
So
kind of
Jack
believe that
Move
you
got
really
in
did
there.
got cooked. I kind of believe you got cooked.
I ain't going front, dog. 8 is definitely a grade A role. Like if 8 knows your business and they're pretty familiar with each other, I ain't going front, dog. Like if I was a betting man, I'd have to go with 8 because 8 is that good at roasting niggas. I'm gonna keep it real. We beef or no beef, the nigga's grade A when it comes to like if he knows your shit and he will definitely get in your ass on some roasting shit for sure.
Pause.
Like that's one thing that I think our dynamic worked because we was both like expert roasters and we could give it and take it though, right?
Hmm.
So like that's one thing. 8, but I don't know. Jack was definitely he did the Zaffernix
But it was
nigga.
the same type
That
of
was
time where he was borrowing money from Jack, so Jack had some receipts to pull up on
so
him.
Jack had to he pulled up with receipts probably, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Jack Move would definitely be. Yeah, I think they're both like dope roasters. Like I know Jack Move is definitely a grade A roaster himself. But that's crazy though, cause shit. Yeah, Jack would have had to have brought up like some way back personal shit that only him and 8 really knew about for 8 to really fold like that. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
So my whole thing is like 8 knew what was up. Like the conversation we had, like it ain't you ain't supposed to be like a grown man and your woman have you like on a fucking per diem, like an allowance, you know? And I thought that was weird. Like it was like, wait, this nigga telling me and I just paid my property tax, dog. I already paid like, 6 racks. And I'm like, this nigga really asking me for money? Like
Hmm.
the fuck? Like I don't even know him like that. And before that, he had asked me to borrow some money and I just gave it to him. I was like, hey man, just it's a holiday gift, whatever. Maybe it's like like 150 or something. I was like, hey man,
Hmm.
just keep it, man. You got to pay it back. And that was it. And then he came back and asked for more money. I'm like, wait, why is this nigga like borrowing money? Like, fuck, this nigga got a drug habit? Like, so,
It
and
sounded
I'm
it
not
sounded
just
kind
saying
of
like,
it sounded kind of crazy because if he took it from you, right? He taken from
right,
Jack, and he sold something through Melon Matt. The guy did a chargeback on Melon Matt,
yeah.
and Hard8 was like, "Hey, hold that."
Well, I mean, here's the thing, dog. Like, I mean, maybe he has because a lot of people got money, but then they like to spend more than what they got coming in, or
Mm,
it's like kind of one of the things where you got to pay your bills, but you still want to have good, nice things. But you got to be a man about shit at this end of the day and kind
mm-hmm,
of do things in moderation. I know he wants to have the highest, the best top performing PC and all the new games and like that's cool, man. But when you gotta, I remember Drew asked me could I help him get a game, borrow a game? I said, hey, let me tell you something, dog. I'm not buying another grown man a video game. Check it out. If you need to money to buy a game, then you need to reevaluate your life. You can't afford 50, 60, 70, but like then you need to kind of there's other things going on, bro. You don't need to be playing a video game. And I was right. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
So getting back to 8, yeah, man. So 8 has a history. I didn't even know about the Jack move shit till like way later, but y'all showed a couple of guys from I showed Cycle. and Matt receipts. Like I was like, yeah, man, this is the money I lent him, and I did the chargeback thing and got my money back. But it was sad because that's what I showed them the text of like him. Oh man, I might be going to jail and cop out. It's always some nigga
Mhm.
shit. Just like when you from the hood, niggas can't be, you gotta smack niggas up to get your money. But it's always an excuse why they gotta, hold on or, wait, I'll get you to it next week and all that. It's the same niggatry. So I was like, let me just do a chargeback, get my money back. I ain't tripping. So
Mhm.
yeah, my money, I got all my money back, but it was one of the things that we didn't fall out over just that, though. We fell out because he was actually real shady. He's two-faced. The
Mhm.
shit he said about Dark Cloud. I guess he told me that Dark Cloud said, I didn't reveal this when me and you did that one-on-one. I didn't
Mhm.
reveal this part, right? I didn't say I really broke off with him, but he told me that Dark Cloud was like a J-cat, like weirdo. Like he lied about fucking Shokio's girl. I guess her name was Video Game Her, right? So
Mm.
he said that apparently Dark Cloud claimed that he was banging her, but it was really Dark Cloud showing like footage of him and his wife. But he claimed it was that chick, right? And then he said, yeah, I didn't even know about this shit, right? So then he tells me that Dark Cloud makes fake account like sock accounts and he'll like or comment on his own vids. Like, oh, that's a great video. Oh, that's good. And it's Dark Cloud
Oh
commenting on his own,
man.
like talking to himself. So I'm like, yo, this nigga throwing all this, spilling all this tea, and Dark Cloud got this nigga a job. So I know he's talking shit about me. Like, yeah, he's two faced. All that backbiting he claims he's the truth and the real. Hey, man, you was a backbiting bitch ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna front. Dark Cloud gives his there was somebody who kept BG in the loop about our departure. I'm not gonna say no names, but sometimes that cloud gets kind of dark. My nigga, yeah, that's something nobody knows, man.
Oh man.
That shit was yeah, man, the good old days. And then also, I remember when DC Bond got mad at DC because DC wouldn't give him my information. Nobody has my real information. But the funny shit is DC was like Scooby Doo, but DC was the one who like put me on the Bond. He was like, "Hey, Bond's talking shit about you, man. Kill that nigga." I went in the chat and murked him. Right, I murked Bond, killed him.
Mhm.
Right. Then he was claiming somebody. So that I guess when everybody started to dox him or whatever, hopefully he knows that wasn't me now.
Mm.
Because I don't, like I said, there wasn't somebody was trying to use me as a puppet, but they did give me a lot of information. So I guess everybody out there now has the information about him, and it wasn't me. So, but anyway, that was one of, and yeah, I did put pictures of his family in our group chat, but I put the pictures of my family in the group chat. So Mocha could be Mocha don't fuck with me, but Mocha
Mm.
will tell you that I put, Ryan's family, his mom and dad photo in the group chat because they look like they look kind of, I mean, they're the Gallivers, right? So, but I also put my mom and dad photo, and I'm like, nah, if I'm gonna do that shit to him, I'm gonna put my people in there too.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
I come from a more attractive aesthetic stock. I'm fly. Yeah, my family's fly. But yeah, so no, Mocha would tell you now. Ravish did that, but he also put his people in there too. Like I don't just try to put niggas on blast and try to remain. You got to put yourself out there too if you're gonna talk shit about other people. But anyway, yeah,
Mhm.
man, that shit was a good time back then, man. Yeah, that was some fun shit. But yeah, Hard8 still who he is, man. He's still, if he see you doing better, he'll try to test you though. Like he'll throw a joke out there or some shit, see if he can kind of punk you. And then if you bite, if
He
you
been
come
doing that
back
shit
at
with
him, then
Kofi.
it's
He been doing that shit with Kofi for like 3 years. He been trying to get Kofi to say something.
nah, man. Kofi's like a cool dude though. Like Kofi's just
Yeah.
kind of passive and cool, right? What's up with Kofi,
Kofi
man?
just be
Kofi's
ignoring
cool
him.
though. Kofi, I like Kofi, man. He's definitely cool. He's kind of shady though. How he shut down. I guess the white boy started to get some money, so he shut that shit
Nah,
down, and then he
nah.
started it up with J Man. He's like,
Nah,
yo,
that
this
ain't the
white boy
reason.
getting
That
too
ain't
much
the
shine.
reason. That
Is
ain't
that
the
what he did or
reason.
not?
Nah. That ain't it. It was something else. It was something else.
They shut that
Yeah,
Patreon.
yeah.
Then I heard the little Mexican chick. Remember the little one with the
Erica.
glasses came.
Yeah,
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 she
yeah.
put him. She was like, "Oh, he still ain't paying."
Yo.
Yeah, that shit was funny though. Yeah, yeah. She was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Wait, oh, this bitch ass nigga ain't paying."
She was trying to bust down a $2 super chat 5 ways, man. Shit crazy.
I guess so, man. Hey, it's hard out there for a pimp. And she was yeah, man. She wasn't fucking with them niggas for free. You got to pay your way. But that but J Mean, that's my nigga though. Like I told J Main like she start talking to a sports channel or some shit. So yeah, he do okay, I think. But
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
Kofi's
fuck
cool.
with
He got a
Jamie
good
and
gaming
Kofi.
channel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That was my
Yeah, I don't know
thing
what
though with
happened with
the. Go ahead.
oh no, you got go
I
for it.
was gonna say the whole thing when I had you coming through. I was like, the first episode was strictly gaming, but I wasn't too sure how tapped into gaming you were. So I'm like, we might have to diversify
Nah,
the
man, I don't.
topics, do a little something here, something with this.
Man, again, nah, man, that shit missed me, man. I ain't even bought a look. I could have bought a PS5 like fucking a couple times already, and I'm like, there's nothing I really like. Even that God of War shit, I'm not interested. And I saw the new Spider Man. It definitely it looks dope. I like how you can swap back and forth between Miles and Peter.
Hmm.
But I don't know, is that Peter the same gay looking motherfucker that looked like the actor? You know
The
that
new one,
swinging shit
yeah,
from the
yeah, it is, it is,
PS4?
it is, it is. It's still the
Yeah,
new
it's
one.
that
It's still,
same ugly little fucking boy
yeah, yeah,
looking.
yeah.
Yeah, I ain't, I don't know, but yeah, they don't matter what you look like. I just thought it was weird they cast like they did another actor. But now,
Hmm.
yeah, on the game looked crazy. I heard niggas talking about water and this and that. It's like fucking nerds. But I guess the water is suspect in this game. But everything looked good to me, man. I'm a casual, so. But
Yeah,
now that's
look good
probably
to
it.
me.
The only thing I'm waiting for is GTA 6, man.
That's
That's
supposed
it.
to be coming not too far though. Maybe next 2 years. Next 2 years, probably.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be in a couple. Yeah, and then I heard they're gonna do some retro shit where they make it Miami in like the '70s when the drug war was
Mm.
like popping. So I'm like, they're gonna try and turn it into like that. That'd be cool though. Like I ain't gonna
Yeah,
front. That
for
might
sure, for
be.
sure, for
I just
sure.
hope they don't make. I heard they was gonna have a female pro tag. I'm not gonna front, dog. I'm not feeling that.
Did you
Like
see
I don't
the
want to play as
leaks?
a
Did you
female.
see the leaks?
I saw the leaks, man. It looked real. It looked kind of mid to me. It didn't look like much of an improvement from what I saw.
Nah, it did
I
to
mean, the
me,
chick
and
had a fat ass,
that's what I
but
was saying. She was looking alright. She was looking alright.
she was curvy. Yeah, they threw some curves in there for sure. But the game itself, like what I saw, of course, it's in an early stage, right? But
Mm-hmm.
now I was like, oh, okay, they want to make us play as a fucking breezy for real. I'm not. If they do that, then I'll just wait for the next Red Dead because I know what that's going to be. That's going to be some Landon Ricketts in the the origin shootout shit. You know what I mean? And I think like they'll probably do two more Red Deads, and the ending will be the Blackwater event. You know what I'm saying? Where like Micah sets everybody up, but then he just rolls with them because they survived. So I'm like, that storyline was just so ill. Like, Leia, you play as Landon Ricketts, that shit. I'm gonna be into it. Matter of fact, I don't need to go watch no movie. I don't need to watch the show, Netflix, none of that shit. Will play that shit for a whole year and tell my bitch, hey, on the weekends we can go out, but at night I'm playing this game. Like, so
I never
yeah, I
really
already
thought
know
about
that.
it. I never really thought about it. I don't. Do you think they really do another Red Dead? I thought that'd be kind of it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The
They
story is
sold
too
well.
because
They
we don't
sold
know what
well,
happened.
but.
Yeah, we don't know what happened in Blackwater. So like, what happened was Micah basically was the snake. So it
Mm-hmm.
seemed like Micah set them up, but he actually stayed with them because they survived it. But it seemed like he wanted to set them up to take the money. But
Mm-hmm.
since the actual Vanderlyn gang survived it, he's like, well, fuck it, I gotta roll with them and get the money because they survived the setup. So and then Landon Ricketts is the only nigga other than the Vanderlyns to survive the whole ordeal. So what do? You got a dope prequel, and plus it's two like after Red Dead because Red Dead 2 is a prequel. So you need to make it a prequel of a prequel. So you need to just have Landon Ricketts as like a young gun coming up because his story's already led. He's one of the best gunslingers in the whole story. So we might as well play as him. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like okay, let's do that. Then I don't want to keep like they don't need to continue with the Vanderlyn story. We already know what happened there. That shit is over with. They killed fucking Arthur Morgan, the best protag they ever made. Stupid motherfuckers. But anyway, but that would be dope though. Like that story is just very intriguing. Like GTA, we know what it is. It's cool. You know what I mean? It's some fun shit. But that
Mm-hmm.
shit is like playing a movie, a fucking western. That shit is like a interactive film, dog. That shit was dope. So
For sure,
long
for
ass
sure.
game though. It can't get
Yeah,
boring,
no,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. So
It's solid though. It's
yeah, man,
solid
that's
though.
pretty much it. So what's going to happen? Is that like this one? Like is everybody going to be? Well, do they have reoccurring members or do they just have randoms come on and?
It's just that whoever pulls up, you know what I mean? And then certain niggas be looking for attention, so they decide to make themselves a part of the cast basically and pull up every week, whatever, whatever.
Damn,
You
that's what
know?
that shit turned into, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if you remember when he was getting on BG and Jack Move, talking about they got all these random stragglers in the stream because they can't entertain people.
Well,
That's all
that's
he
what his
does.
show turned into.
That's all. It's
Yeah,
what it turned into, man.
yeah, his shit is basically Weapon Wheel After Dark, like right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never heard of Weapon Wheel After Dark, but from what I understand, it
Weapon will
was
after
like,
the dog. Hey, I fuck with Weapon Will. That shit a big finesse. It's just niggas.
what happened with it?
It's basically just niggas chilling and kicking it in the Discord. That's really all it is. And they hit
Oh,
record
okay.
and
All right.
they do
Okay.
like questions every now, so it makes it up a bit. It makes it up a bit. It's not entirely just kicking it in the
Okay.
Discord, but after the first few
All right.
questions are done, that's what it turns into, kind of thing.
Okay, I got it.
But they there for like a few hours. So if you're doing a long shift or whatever, then it's something to listen to at least. So I see why people
Yeah,
like it
yeah.
still. I see why people like it still.
Okay. Yeah, somebody hit me up. I don't know. It was like last year or some shit. And they said, I guess a dude named King Thrash was going at it with 8. They wanted me
Mm.
to get in that. I'm like, nah, I'm not. I'm not a hoe cake. I don't know, dude. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't doing
Yeah.
that. Like, I ain't jumping into some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me. As far as this other shit, like when you get, and like I said, you didn't ask me. I just went into it. 8 is who 8 is, man. And I ain't even even the Weapon Wheel cats. I ain't even tripping off of that shit no more. But I saw the dynamic. Like he was able to kind of, get at these dudes and kind of, he knew what he was doing though. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah, not with us though. Like, and that's one thing. Like I wasn't gonna be buddy buddy and apology. How he does this thing where he'll go back and apologize and shit.
Mhm.
It wasn't. Nah, it wasn't for me. It was just done. It was just done and over with, man. And like
Mhm.
I said, it would have been something else, but the old boy, he couldn't do that. Like it's not in. See, the thing is, when you're talented, you're naturally funny. Eight's a funny guy,
Mhm.
but what it is, he has no hustle in him. You got to understand. Like, there's no part of him that actually wants to grind and work for something. He thinks because he's naturally funny, which he is, he thinks that it should just be automatic. Like, yeah, hey, you know what? I'm funnier than these weapon wheel guys. Why can't I garner the same attention and monetize and everything, the same shit they doing by myself because I got the biggest personality. It don't work like that. I mean, you got to get out there and grind. You got to develop, connections and
Mhm.
really get there. He doesn't want to do that though. It's fake. You guys are friends and yeah, you this buddy shit. It's like, hey man, be the realest nigga who's in his 40s doing a 5-hour podcast for the rest of your life, fam. Like, good luck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, there's no hustle in that dude. None. You know what I mean? If you call begging, e-begging, or like borrowing money and getting your little scratch from your YouTube channel, like if that's hustling, then I guess. But nah, he ain't no hustler, man. Never. And he'll never. And again, he'll never be more than what he's been. He'll never eclipse a Weapon Wheel. He'll never eclipse like what we were. AGS Live, cool. I thought it was dope with Optimus, but
Mhm.
it'll never be like what I don't know, like the game night shit we did. That shit was timeless. Like it was the funniest shit. He'll
Mhm.
never recapture that. That's a wrap. That's the peak of like what AG is, and he'll do more numbers. Obviously, you're doing fucking 5-hour streams. The numbers they're finessed to look like that, right? What we were doing, the 8 to 10K a week. But nah, man, he's this nigga's living. How you got 5 hours on a Sunday, man? You don't watch no football, like you don't fuck no bitches, like. How you got 5 hours on a Sunday,
It
my
was
nigga?
more than 5 hours
Who the
because he
fuck?
ended the stream and went live again.
Who the fuck got 5 hours? Jay? Like, yeah, Jay, I'm taking a shot, nigga. You got a Becky? Like, how you on that podcast for 5 dog? This nigga Jay got a life, dog. Like, nigga on a podcast for 5 hours every Sunday. Shit. I don't know, man, but yeah, I can't, man. The game ain't in me no more. You ever watch The Wire,
Yeah, yeah,
Yokio?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Good show, great show.
You remember when Cuddy told Avon like, "Hey,
Yeah,
the game ain't in
yeah,
me no
yeah,
more."
yeah,
That's me. Like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
whatever make you move that way, you move that way. But the game
I
ain't in me
remember
no
that scene. I
man,
remember that
man.
scene. What happens? He calls him like a bitch ass nigga, and he's like, "Nah, that's a man
No,
right
no,
there. He
no. What
knows what he
happened was he,
wants." Yeah, yeah. Nah,
yeah, he
that's the
wanted
other
to, yeah.
dude. Yeah, 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 yeah. That
Oh,
was a
yeah.
good
That
scene. That was a
that
good
that scene
scene.
was powerful because he stood up to the number one,
That was a
one
good
number
scene. That was a
one
good
nigga.
scene.
No, Avon just told him he was cool though. He was like,
Yeah, yeah,
okay, he a
yeah,
man today. He walked
yeah, yeah,
away.
yeah.
Hey, yeah, you probably watching like Top Boy or something, huh? You into that?
I do. I actually do. I do. It's a good show. It's a good show too. It's a good show too. I think that's the third
Oh,
season coming out soon. Yeah, yes, sir.
yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, I heard it's dope.
I
I'm gonna
think you
check it
probably
out
like it. I
though.
think you probably like it. I think you like it. It's good. It's good. It's good. Tough
Yeah, I
show.
was
Tough show.
real quick. I seen your videos, man. Your personal like blogs or vlogs or
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
Hey, they pretty dope, fam. But I mean, you got some balls, homie. Because I wouldn't tell nobody no personal shit on this.
Mm.
YouTube shit. Like real, like I know I'm saying like what you did. I seen it.
Yeah, yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was dope. Like how you went back to that pond and you the
yeah, yeah,
sentimentals at the
yeah.
bench. I saw like I was like, yo, this nigga's dope. But you got bigger balls than me, homie. Because I ain't telling these niggas not. They don't
That's the thing.
deserve
I
to
was
know
hesitant.
shit.
I was hesitant. I was hesitant
Yeah.
to drop them. I was hesitant to drop them. I was like, fuck it.
Like
It's
you
what it
got all
is.
your haters watching it. Like, oh, what's the crack in his armor? What's the like I said, some people deserve to know your story, and some
Mhm.
people don't. Like to share it with that audience. So it's all like, no, what you did was actually dope. And again, obviously I watched it, right? I thought it was
Mhm.
definitely dope and captivating. But what I think is like the niggas that are gonna check that out, they gonna hate on you, man. You gotta
Mhm.
understand a lot. This is what I told that weirdo Drew. I said most niggas don't like themselves in life. So
Mhm.
they're not gonna like you. There's a lot of people that just ain't gonna like you, man. I was giving knowledge to
I
this
gotta, I
to the
gotta drop.
wrong
I gotta drop
person.
a
This
sound.
bum.
I gotta drop some sound effects on it. Hold up.
Oh,
Go ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah. So hopefully he jumped off. But nah. But what I'm
Come on.
saying is like everybody ain't good. Niggas don't like themselves, so they not gonna fuck with you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And that's all. But yeah, I don't know, man. It was pretty dope shit. And other people got other shit going on, and you know what I'm saying. I'm hearing about like how this stuff the other day. Me and my homeboy had a debate, and he had the vax, right? And I'm like,
Mhm.
hey, like he was like, well, I wanted to protect my mom, and I'm like, dog, it don't stop it. Like if you have
Yeah.
it, it doesn't stop it from being transmitted. And well, it made me feel bad. I'm like, dog, you got it for no reason. Fuck, you gonna
Mhm.
go blind and have a blood clot in a year because you had the vax, but yeah, anyway, long story short, man, all I'm saying is like some motherfuckers really rock with you, some people don't. And yeah, this crowd on the crumb side, it ain't it. Like they
Mhm.
ain't nah. Yeah, that's nah. I mean, unless you get in with somebody, right? Like if you join Weapon Wheel and whatever happened with that.
With weapon wheel.
Yeah, why didn't they make you a member?
Shit, I was in charge of gathering the members. BG was just getting just straight buns. The guest was just ass. And I called him
Really?
out on it. I called him out. I was like, yo, these guests you getting some frauds, you getting some boring guests, you getting it's like just a mixture of everything terrible, right? It was like, yo, if you think you
That's what
can
the
do
crumb
it,
side like though.
he
We
was like,
we
nah,
like
if you can
frauds.
he was like, if you can do it, then let me see. And I
Yeah.
can't remember how long. I think I did it for like 6 weeks, maybe. So I got about six
Mhm.
guests. One of the guests I picked, he's one of the main members now. So I
Oh,
mean,
dope. Okay, it worked out.
he even though he turned into the one of the niggas that started dissing me.
Oh, yeah. He
I'm
he
like,
turned into
alright.
an
I'm
idol
like,
turned
alright, man.
rival.
I'm like, alright, man. Hold it down. Hold it
Oh,
down.
he turned
She's
into a
crazy. She's
rival, huh?
crazy. She's crazy.
Hey man, let me tell you something, man. But you fucked me up, dog. Yeah, you a funny motherfucker. Yo, you switch my Look, oh man, I shouldn't even tell you this, dog. You kind of switched my perception of how Mocha was. Like I know
Mm.
she was shady and all that shit, but the way she looked, I thought she was a good looking sister. But when you did that you did that iRobot shit,
Come on,
yeah,
come on. Me and
yeah,
Mocha
I
cool
can't
now. Me and
see.
Mocha cool
Hey
now.
man,
She come on.
I can't. I mean, y'all cool, but hey, man, I can't see nothing else now, dog.
No
Like,
Mocha slander. No Mocha slander.
yo, Mocha, you cool. Like, you definitely, you good with me. Even though you gave out my fake number to Bond, even though you got sideburns down to your jawline, we still
Come
good.
on, man. Come
Yeah,
on,
but
man.
it's 100. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah, you know what? And I told you, I think I already told you though. I didn't fuck with her because her man, well, the dude she was not
Larry,
Larry, the one she was fucking on the
lame
side. Yeah,
man.
her
Oh
real man,
man.
her baby daddy. Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good, good dude. Yeah.
Hate to
And that
see
shit
it.
was funny. Yeah, I did. I tuned in. Somebody put a clip of that Larry shit. That shit was funny though. Hey, my friend, that shit was funny as a motherfucker. She got, she got, and he did hit her with a bar though, right? He was like, "Hey, bitch, you still drinking?" or something like that. Like,
I forgot all about that. I forgot
I
all
was like,
about that.
oh.
He was getting
Like
cooked
niggas
that
was
whole
getting
night though. But
personal.
he was getting cooked that whole night still.
I
Yeah.
I gotta give. I don't know, man. I gotta give Larry the dub on that though. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
look, even though he like, okay, things don't end on your terms, right? We've all been there with a breezy, where she break up with us, we don't, leave on good terms and shit. But he still, he still got it though. Like he still waxed her. You know what I mean? So it's like, hey, it's better to have lust and lost than
But
to
here's the
not got it.
thing. But
Like,
here's the thing. I got some. You know how I was talking about. I did the intro. He was picking
yeah.
Mocha over his own kids. So I put
But
that
no, no,
evidence in there.
now you
I put that evidence in the front of the
stop it.
video. I'm dead serious. I'm dead
What?
serious.
Oh, that's
His
all
baby
bad,
mother was
man.
on some. If you with her, you can't see the kids, and he said, "I."
Oh, that's all bad. But she must have, A Mocha must have had that bomb. Shit.
Hey man,
Damn. All
whatever.
right. Props to Mocha, because I know she got like 3 kids. She
I
got a
believe so
little.
now. I
She
believe
got a
so
little
now.
village. Yeah. So yeah, that okay. That's not good. But yeah, if you getting whooped, then sometimes brothers like that. Sometimes the opportunities don't. And I've known. I'm known. I'm not trying to act like I'm the Don Juan DeMarco, but I don't like I am who I am with the bitch or without, and I'm not gonna let the pussy dictate how I move and what I do. But some niggas they don't get women like that, so they'll like okay, I'm gonna have to sacrifice some shit and jump out, and
It
so
was
like
Larry.
nah,
It was
you
Larry. It
yeah,
was Larry for
hit a
sure.
dating app, my nigga. Yeah, get a life, dog. There's plenty of women out. There's more of them than us. And I'm not one of these red pill niggas. Like I'm
You're
not
not on
one
that
of
type
these
of
red
time.
pill fake. Yeah, no, I'm not on that. No, it's just thought there's more of them than us, and we have motherfucking more options. Like shit, I don't give a fuck. Like I've been through, man, I can't even front. I've been through like probably 3 chicks in the last. What's we in June? So yeah, man, I've been through 3 chicks already since December.
Yeah, man.
And I mean, that's not much, but like that's still like I replaced them pretty quick. And one of them
Mhm.
was about to do this OnlyFans thing, man. She was about to bring in like 20, 30 racks. And I'm like, then my friend, my homegirl, my real good friend of mine told me, yeah, that's on some pimp shit. And then what I'm doing now, I'm trying to get into like on some voice acting shit. I can't have my name attached to that, but it's anyway. Ended
Mhm.
up breaking up with her, and and it didn't fall through. But I was like, okay, that might be a good thing though, because I can't have my name attached to no smut or no shit like that. So, and I would have been taking pretty much half the money proceeds. So I told her like, look, if you do it with me, I'm getting half the wop. Like you get 30, I get 15. That's my cut. So, but yeah, I was about to be that Andrew Tate on some Andrew
Oh
Tate.
man.
But nah, man, that's pretty much yeah. That's so I guess yeah, Larry do got to take a L for that. Damn, he had kids. Shit, she got kids too. That's crazy.
Crazy, crazy,
Blended
crazy.
family. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it, man. I thought they would have made you a weapon wheel member after they got rid of what's his name, Uncle Jimmy. He
Yeah,
been gone on, huh? He ain't never came
Jimmy.
back.
Nah. Jimmy didn't come back. Hard8 obviously didn't come back. Mocha didn't come back.
Oh no, so Mocha's gone too. I thought she was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
member.
yeah. Nah, she was a member for maybe about 2, 3 months. Wasn't too long. Wasn't too long. She was a member, I don't think.
Okay, that.
Blandrew gone, but just because he busy, he still be on from time to time, but he not a
Yeah.
consistent member. So yeah.
What
That's
happened
really
to
it,
Dark
man.
Cloud?
Dark Cloud was
You
never
ever
a
anybody
member.
heard from Dark Cloud?
Nobody's heard from Dark Cloud that I'm aware of. I'm not heard from him.
Yeah, his Twitter, everything is dead from what I heard. But then I know, Melons, because the Melon and Cycle, we kind of, we follow each other on Twitter and shit. But the only one that I'm glad disappeared and ain't coming back is Drew. He was a true, just a thorough. You know how some people are just like a thorough, like his family. There must have been like a tradition of like bitch ass niggas in his family. Like he was special. Like he was a special bitch. Like he was. No, I was like, okay, his father, his grandfather, like he must have been like a family, a bloodline of bitch ass niggas. Yeah. Because that's how much of a bitch he was. So I was like, damn, this nigga, like, he's a special bitch. And, I always joke around with my New York niggas and, always throw shade and say how they, nah, I fuck with New York niggas for real. Like, they know I just be fucking around. But he was kind of like, he embodied all the shit I would talk, about, like, being a New York dude. He embodied it. He was weak. He was two faced. He was just a soft ass, and just look, to tell you the truth, man, and I'm not trying to be mean or petty. All he wanted to do was just tap dance for Hard8 and be in his good graces. That's it. That's all he wanted. All he wanted was to please Hard8 and tap dance and just help him out with his. That's all he wanted, dog. Well, he also wanted some of his. I think he was jealous of the Hard8's clout. Like he
Mm.
was, But yeah, that's all that brother really wanted to do, man. Was just be in eight's good graces and that shit. One night he was back to act. He was real sad, and I remember like, damn, how do I fix this? Like, so I got on. I got on the phone with 8. I said, "Hey, call that nigga." And 8 called him, and he was good. He was good. Yo, call. And he was good to go. He was happy as a motherfucker. Like so,
Oh man.
yeah, man. Damn, that shit. Yeah, man, that was a good time. I had a good time. I ain't gonna front. AGS it was a fun time though. It was, you know. Yeah, before all the bullshit, this shit was actually fun. So niggas will tell, even the haters will tell you, hey, they may not fuck with Ravish, but them game nights, them shits was lit. They was funny. It was some good shit. Yeah. Damn. That time flies, fam. That shit been like what, 4 years now, right? 3, 4 years.
Gee, has it? It's really been that
Yeah,
long.
it's been a minute.
It's
Yeah.
been a while. It's been a while.
Yeah, so I guess is E3 over? Because you know that's where I told 8 if he shows up to E3, then he's gonna meet me. E3 hasn't happened since that time. You know that, right? You know that hasn't happened.
Oh
No, I'm
man.
serious. Like I really stand by it. If E3 ever happens, I'm gonna show up. And if I see a nigga wearing FUBU,
Yeah, E3's over. E3
if
got cancelled. It got
if
cancelled.
if I see a nigga wearing Fat Farm, I should not be. Hey, if I see a nigga with some baggy ass and EJ pants, like it's gonna be like if I see a nigga with a fucking Sean John coat and a Philadelphia fitted, it's going nigga. I already know that's 8. Nigga, I was like, it's going down, my nigga. It's going down.
Yeah, E3 cancelled.
I'll let him get his 1-on-1 with BG, but he got to definitely see me after him and BG, squad. But yeah, BG might even actually get the dub though. I wonder who'll win that fight though, because BG, BG's a little nigga, you know what I mean? But you can't put nothing past like little niggas got hands too, you know what I'm saying? So I know 8 think he can smash him and all that shit, but you never know. Just like I'm thinking, because I'm thinking, me and 8 are like the same. Well, no, we're not the same size. He's bigger than me because I'm only like 200 pounds. I'm 6 feet, but like I got squat. I know, like I'm pretty confident I'll mollywop 8. Like I would knock the Philly cheesesteak out that nigga. Like, yeah, it'd just be you see a chalk line with some baggy pants and
Come
some
on, man.
Timberlands. No, I'm fucking around. I'm fucking. No, anybody give me a run for my money though. Niggas from Philly, can fight though. Like real shit, no cap. Niggas from Philly really got hands, so I might be man. I'm gonna have to get in the gym
Hey,
and start doing some boxing. I work out, but I don't do no. I did some MMA stuff here and there, but
middle
if I
of the
fight,
fight,
if I
middle of the
fight,
fight, you might hear this.
I grabbed this nigga dick. Yeah, I grabbed it all.
oh
Hands full
shit,
of dick and balls.
You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with
and
that one.
see you, and that's why I was so confident, right? Because I'm like, but then you know what though? Hey, to keep it 100. Now I've never been to prison, but I've heard stories when you in them cells in them small rooms. Hey man, you gotta really get it in with your hands, right? So I think that's why I was thinking like, hey man, he must have really got compromised, dog, because I don't see it. Like nobody can. I've never thought like, okay, I'll bite a nigga. You know what I mean? But to grab a nigga's dick. Like if you gotta bite a nigga, that's how you know. Okay, I'm losing this fight. I gotta do some Mike Tyson shit. I gotta take a chunk out of this nigga Yokio. He's really fucking me up. But he grabbed and like he really was surviving because he grabbed and like it was either he fucking grabbed the nigga dick or he got choked out or some shit, right? Or he would have been unconscious. So I'm keeping it real. I'm kind of low key though because I've never been in that position. Like I ain't gonna front. I've never been. I know he said, well, how many niggas talk about having hands and got hands? Well, how many niggas say they got hands and had to grab a dick? I'll be honest with you, dog. I've never.
It's
That
never been
thought
that
has never
serious.
entered. I've always
never been in that position.
never been in that position, dog. Either I won the fight, I usually won the fight, or ended it with because I punch niggas in their throat with my left hand. I used to, but back when I was younger, obviously I ain't fought in years, but that's how I used to end it. And I was a pretty nigga, so I used to just throw my left hook right into their throat, and the fight would be over with. I only lost one fight, and the funny thing is, the nigga that I got beat by. We're best friends till this day. My homeboy Simon, and he was tall. He was like 6'4", long, skinny nigga. And I learned something that day, dog. Never underestimate nobody. Like we had boxing gloves on though, but he got me though. He thought he was like, oh no, you got. I'm like, nah, nigga, you got way more hits in. Like I lost that motherfucker. I own my L's, but anyway, yeah, I think I could take 8 though. If you got to grab a dick in a close one, then I'll give myself the edge, man. Straight up, even though you from Philly.
Goddamn right. Grab that shit. Twisted that.
Hey, he was really feeling himself to leak that info. So let me ask you this question. Would you rather grab a nigga's dick in a fight or get fired on during a basketball game and do absolutely nothing about it? I'll keep it real. Like, think about it. Like, this is a tough one. Like, Bond got punched in the face on the court in front of other niggas. It was like, I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to think. Did I ever? Nah, I ain't never got punked. I think my lowest moment. Nah, man. I mean, I never really, that never happened, man. I just, because I know if a motherfucker get aggressive, like in your space, you take off on them. You can't walk close to me and then push me or punch you. Like, I'm going to take off. So I guess, it just depends on how you was raised, I guess. But Bond should have definitely fired. But I'm thinking, like, which one would I rather do? Be the nigga who got punched in front of everybody and didn't do shit? Or the nigga that actually grabbed another man's dick and was happy about it? I don't know, man. I'll probably go with the nigga who got punched. Because I'm thinking, like, okay, maybe the dude was bigger. Bond's like one of them tall, skinny niggas, right? So maybe he got, like, maybe just a big dude, you know what I'm saying? Way bigger. It's like, fuck this goofy nigga. He scored too many points on me. You know how some dudes can't play and they get frustrated and shit? Mm-hmm. So, maybe, I'm going to have to go with that one, man. Because I ain't... Man, that nigga really was happy about that shit. He was celebrating. Twisted it, grinded it. Nigga, I guess. That nigga. Yeah. Oh, shit. That shit never get old, too, dog. Like, what's up with 720? What's up with Next Gen 720? He still doing his thing or what?
Yeah, I think he's still doing his thing. He's still doing his podcast. I think all his co-hosts and members ran off on him. No, they don't fuck with him no more. But
really? Oh, shit. He's like the Hard8 of Xbox.
I think he got a new crew or something. No.
It's like the Hard8 of Xbox, huh?
Yeah, all the crap games.
You done ran everybody.
Mooch, all them guys there, they dipped on him.
All that racist Mooch?
Yep. Everybody cool with Mooch now. That's the thing. Bro, niggas act like Mooch didn't do nothing. You just be inviting him on all kind of podcasts and chopping it up. Regular conversation.
Yeah, that dude's he's a fraud. Yeah, he's racist and he's a fraud, but it doesn't, Mooch and, what's the other one, Crappy or whatever?
It's because they turned into PlayStation guys, so always forgiven.
Did they?
Crap turned into a PlayStation guy.
Fucking bullshit.
Crap turned into a PlayStation guy and went back to Xbox, but I think Mooch is still on the PlayStation timing. But yeah, they turned PlayStation guys. They started getting a couple super chats, you know what I'm saying? They turned to PlayStation.
Oh, so they went where all the money's at, huh?
Yeah.
What happened to J-Tech and my nigga Kid Smooth?
Kid Smooth podcast was going like triple plastic. Everyone was leaving that shit. So now it's under now he uploads it on BG channel under like Weapon World Network kind of situation.
Oh shit! So he got his own.
Yeah.
Okay, so he moved.
They're trying that out now. And that's for J-Tech. J-Tech still sending his meat around or so. I don't know.
Oh my god! Yeah,
I'm blocked. So
are you blocked? Okay. Yeah. What about Damn, but let's see. Is there any other Crump Side legends? Oh shit. I don't know. Oh man, I think that might be it, man. That's
it. Blaze still doing
his
own podcast.
Who's that?
Blaze 4K. He was on the podcast with him.
Oh, Blaze. Oh, yes. Blaze 4K.
Blaze, yeah.
Oh, that's my guy.
Blaze.
Yeah, wait, I thought he was with the one, the steroid dude, the white boy. What's his name?
I think he's just busy with work, so he's not on the podcast anymore. But Blaze still does it. He does it with BitCloud.
Oh, Blaze do it?
Blaze does it with BitCloud.
Okay, yeah. Blaze is dope. Yeah, they had a good dynamic. Him and the I forget that white boy's name, man. Big white boy. Solid Rev. Yeah, him and Solid Rev, they had something going. So whatever happened to that one white boy? He wasn't on the Crump side. What's his name? El Presidor?
I think that was.
Is he still alive?
Was that Barnes guy? I never really watched.
I don't know. I don't know if they knew each other, but you know that dude might. You know what? Real shit. That dude might be a serial killer. You know that, right?
Oh man.
And that dude, hey man, he was like 50, living with his mom, and then he like in his room he would have like. I remember I first got on the Crump side. Somebody recommended his channel, and he had like newspapers covering his windows, dog. I'm like, that's like, because I watch murder channels, and I'm like, hey, this is like a sociopath, like stereotypical shit. His room was always dirty. He was always at home. Like, I remember one time he saw like some woman, and he like looked at her like he was out in public recording. I'm like, yo, this dude he's a straight Jake. This dude is weird. Yeah, that dude's a weirdo. So, and he's from Ohio. So that right there tells you, yeah, that dude might have been. I don't know if he's still around, but yeah, that shit. Thank God he was on at home. Playing a video game, like shit. Might be some bodies in the backyard, but
no man.
Nah, I don't know about. I know him and Bond probably had some interaction or some shit, but Yeah, that's back in the day, fam. But anyway, yeah, man. So that's pretty much it, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I got my crumb side fixed, man. That's that. Yeah, thank you, man.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through, catching up and everything.
yeah, yeah. Definitely,
Of
definitely.
course, of
Anytime, man.
course.
Anytime.
Of course, always a good. I liked it when he was on back on AGS. A good co-host, co-host, man. Entertaining guy.
Oh yeah,
So.
man. We try to bang it out, man. Always had the topics ready and everything. One of the things I think that we did it. It was kind of organized, but then we could just kind of freestyle it and be more organic. Either we could have did either one, but
Mhm,
yeah, this shit
mhm,
was fun. It was for that time, but now I ain't going front, dog. Like now, if I were to be who I am today, back then I would have never did AGS. I can't sit around for like 2 hours every Sunday no more. Like I just
mhm,
can't. I can't do that no more. Unless it's like me. Like now, I realize like time is a commodity that you can't get back. So I was donating my time to that to kind of see what people's reaction to my voice or my information would be, right?
mhm,
So when people started fucking with me, till this day, I still got like over 500 followers off of that shit. And I ain't done AGS in 3 years. So it was kind of a good way to kind of self-edit myself. Like, okay, maybe I talk too much here.
mhm,
I say too much here. I'm using too many words when I'm explaining certain things. So it was a good way. It was a good time to really invest and see what I had. And so I used that and implemented, kind of applied it to other shit. And now it's like, I'm glad shit. That time on AGS paid the fuck off because now I'm really good at what I do and shit. So it's
mhm,
like, okay, I know I got more vision and direction. Okay. And no disrespect to anybody who's doing a podcast and talking about whatever, social events, current events, video games, whatever you do, dope. There's a market for it. But my thing is with that, I can't sit in a podcast for 2 hours and hear a bunch of niggas talk about video. I don't have time for that. So
yeah.
yeah, yeah, not no more. No, even if it was something I was interested in, I still wouldn't be able to do it for 2 hours on Sunday. Nah, man, I'm in the gym. I'm doing my voice acting shit. Like I'm trying to really get it going and shit, get it cracked. Or I'm back to selling my merch and shit online and in person to person stuff. So yeah, that's it, man. I wake up and I work for myself. Man. I don't got a 9 to 5 and shit. So it's all about grinding and making the most of your time. And now I'm getting up there in age and shit. It's like, okay, that everything really counts now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
yeah, that shit. Yeah, but shout out to the niggas out there doing their thing and doing podcasts and shit. But like I said, yeah, that shit. I think the Trump side, fam. Now that video game shit, that's over with, dog. Nobody give a fuck about that
I'm thinking
shit.
the same. I'm
Nobody want to
thinking
hear it.
of hanging up
It's
after
over.
this, addressing everyone. I think I'm going vegan. No more beef, man. Not at least addressing it on here or whatever. I think I'm good on that moving forward. But just had to get a little something off my chest the one time. But you're
Yeah, I
not
think.
lying. You're
Yeah, I
not
hear you,
lying.
man. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, the good, like when I did that video with you, that was a good outro. It's crazy. A
Mhm.
lot of people told me they liked that vid, and it was motherfuckers that didn't even like me. It was like, hey man, I like that vid you did with it. I'm like, oh shit, good looking out. Like, they
Mhm.
hit me on Twitter, but I'm
Yeah.
like, damn, that's really dope. Like I finally got my closure. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that, yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's good.
yeah,
It's
I
good.
hope, yeah, that's pretty much it. But as far as the new shit, the new beef or whatever, hey, I don't know. I hope them, bro. Actually, I don't hate nobody, man. I hope them niggas, Jack Move and hate, hash it out. I think I'll be fucking with Jack Move online and shit, teasing him and shit online about the sorry ass Grizzlies. But no, he cool dude, man. Jack Move's actually a good brother. I don't know why them dudes is beefing, but yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. But
For sure. For
yeah, if
sure.
E3 ever goes down again, though, I'll owe a nigga ass whipping. Like he better have some money on him. I'm going in them pockets. But other than that, now it's all good. And I'm too old to be fighting niggas, man. But I don't know. That would be nice though to see if I still got it.
But alright, man.
Anyway,
Bet,
man. Let me get.
bet, bet.
All right, man.
Appreciate
Well,
you coming
shit. Hey, I'll
through as
be in touch,
always,
big
man. For
dog.
sure, for sure. Just let me know.
All
Just let
right,
me
Yokio,
know.
man. I'll be in touch, bro. I'm gonna go eat my food, man.
Bet.
Good looking on the podcast thingy, man. I hope it
Of
works out, bro.
course.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
it.
I'll be in
Alright,
touch.
man. In a bit.
All
Alright.
right, late.